This is training footage from one of the student veterans at Chapman University. This is just a glimpse into what student veterans must endure before coming to college. With about 200 veterans, military dependents, reserve officers training corps, and active duty students, this minority community often faces their struggles in silence.
Based off of military conditioning, we're taught not to burden others with our problems. We're taught not to be the weakest link. And so when we have that built in our minds and our heads and all of our actions, it's very hard to show weakness or ask for help.
The average age of our undergrad students is typically hovers around 30 years old. And so because our students are older, they're experiencing things that the typical 18 and 19-year-old student is not experiencing. And so just having a space where those students can kind of come in and experience and do college and life with other students that are dealing with the same things is a huge thing that a lot of schools have, and we're lacking right now.
In the state of California, community colleges are required to have several resources available for veterans on campus. However, given the fact that Chapman is private, the university is not required to offer these resources for veteran students. As a result, many veterans are taking notice and displaying their frustration.
There's some real stuff going on here that needs to be addressed. Some veterans are not being maybe treated the way they should be by the VA or their universities, etc., by their institutions.
Right now, the services available on Chapman's campus are not really engineered for veterans. They're more engineered for a traditional student. Some of our guys have lost friends in combat. Some of our guys had some serious trauma.
It's just unfortunate that we're not being recognized for the things that we've done for our country.
Dr. Nick Irwin's dissertation focuses on a program designed to help veteran students integrate into college.
There should be peer-to-peer mentorship. There should be services where that military-connected student is getting connected with, where is a tutoring lab? How do I apply for disability services?
Compared to other major universities and colleges, Chapman University's Veteran Affairs Department is severely understaffed and overworked.
Our VRC director, Stephen Leader, he is a one-man show. He is doing all of it on his own. He is the head of the veteran community at large here at Chapman. Steve could really use another person that helps him with some of that responsibility so that he can focus on the other areas, and that way nobody's slipping through the cracks.
Not only is the VRC understaffed, it is nowhere near the central administration buildings on main campus. In fact, it is several hundred yards away, and the building itself is only 231 square feet. One of the few resources available to the military-affiliated community at Chapman University is the Student Veterans of America Veterans Club.
Just having that community to interact with people that speak the same language as you do. And I don't mean English, I mean military language, It's so nice that the Veterans Club is bringing us together and in a way reminding us of the things that we did love while we were in the military. It feels like that military community is still here rather than taken away from you.
The most fun part is having people to say hi to on campus. Just putting a table out in the piazza that says, "Hey, we're the Chapman veterans," and people have slowly walked up to us and said hi, and it's developed into like, I have this whole world of Chapman friends now.
Student veterans were invited to attend Washington Week, hosted by the Student Veterans of America organization. This national event allowed student veterans to advocate for their needs at a joint Congress hearing and to speak with their local legislators.
At a university of what needs to happen, and it all complements the work that we're trying to do.
But when you go in and you advocate for what you're passionate about, they listen. And it's crazy to think that bills get written up with what you want. but they do. And because you have that veteran experience, your words hold so much more power and credibility than you ever believe. It's death by 1,000 paper cuts to get what you need. But when you get that one step forward, you'd be surprised how things like the PACT Act, the largest expansion of healthcare and benefits in our nation's history, can come about. 1,000 tiny little steps.
I think what this week is, it's an opportunity for all veterans, if you're in school, to express your concerns about your education path directly to the people who influence the decisions on how that education path is kind of paved.
Despite the lack of resources and support, the community hopes for change and action.
What we could use from the administration is now to just hear what it is that we need.
You could change that whole person's life by providing support, by providing guidance, by providing structure. These are all things that veterans were used to in the military. And to have those things stripped away from them and now go into this new environment where they have none of those things, they're in a very fragile state. And schools should care because they have the power to change this experience for veterans. It's just a matter of them listening and doing it.